Hello there, it's me, earthmanbrick, and we're back. Now, back with a bit of a tragic one, I'm afraid. I accidentally dropped this whilst I was cleaning up the studio and things, and the arms came off because it was only weakly connected with bits of MDF that had no real supports to them. So broken here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a separate video on how to fix broken things. And one of the best things you can do is you can invest in these. These are pin vise drills. They're just tiny little hand drills, and you'll often, when you're buying them, you can often find options to buy several different types of drill bits for them as well. And yeah, I've got a nice big drill bit here and a small one. And that's because you can use any old kind of stuff for pinning them with. So I've got some ring-bound wire. This is just from old jotters and things. You can just pull and stretch it out, and then just straighten it out. And then you can drill in a couple of pilot holes, stick in your wire, put in a couple of pilot holes there, glue it together, and bam, fixed. Good as new. And I've got this stuff here as well. This is actually proper modeling wire. It's a good bit more malleable. So this sort of stuff is pretty flimsy. If you bend it 3 or 4 times, it's going to snap. I mean, it's good enough for just basic reinforcement, or if you're doing a very basic kind of a build, it's fine. But this modeling wire is a hell of a lot more malleable, so you can actually bend it right around in on itself without any issues. There we go. You can get proper hoops and stuff on the go, and then you can straighten it right back out again without any issues. You will need something strong like pliers to push and pull this stuff, because it is strong, but it's also sturdy and flexible. So it's kind of the best of all worlds. And yeah, you have to kind of, what I typically do is I cut into it with the pliers, and then I kind of wiggle it loose and snap it off. I'll just give you an example actually. Just do it here. So can't quite cut through it fully, but there's enough of a sort of a cut there. You can see it in the shiny part. That if you start bending it from that point, yep, it can break off. So I'm going to use one of these larger pieces here. Just drill a small hole. If you've got a Dremel tool, you can use that, but I prefer the control that you get with this type of thing. And also, power tools can be pretty dangerous, so you've got to do it under adult supervision. Even if you're an adult, you can do a lot of damage. I know, because I've got a big scar here from just a box cutter knife. Ended up cutting up this thing, and it opened up like a big hole and partially severed my thumb tendon. Wouldn't recommend doing that. So we're just gonna put in some super glue just into the recess there. Just line it up, thread it in. There we go, that's it, nice and secure. And then once we do the same on the other side, yeah, that's not going to fall off anytime soon. It'll be nice and sturdy. And I think the beauty of this as well is that I'll be able to give it a more dramatic pose than it had before. And I think I'll snap this bit off fully. See, it's barely holding on by a thread. That thing that is holding it together is all these wires and bits. Anyway, I'll get to cutting through this. And the good thing about drilling and pinning is that it's great for pinning a model to a base. So I've done it here. You can see there's a small impression. And that's where the foot is lined up right through there. And it's actually a whole bunch of wires that are holding this thing up together, disguised as pistons. So yeah, it's definitely a good way to go about making up your builds. I can show you more accurately on this one. You can see it there. There's the wire. It's come out through the foot there, right away around and through into the body. And same with this foot here. It's a little bit loose, but you kind of want that flexibility until it's glued on, and then you strongly support it. But yeah, lots of wires and bits and bobs holding this one together. I'll do a separate video on this guy. But yeah, you'll be needing drilled and pinned onto the base. But yeah, you understand and get the basic principles of this, so that's all I've got for you today. So, thanks again for watching, and bye.